Tale of Two Hygienists presents this week's TIPisode. Quick and easy tips to keep you up to date and presented by the experts in the profession. Now, get ready for your unofficial TIPisode. This week brought to you by ProEdge Dental Water Labs.
Hey everybody, it's Andrew and Mike from ProEdge Dental Water Labs. Really excited to be on this episode, or should I say, TIPisode, where we are going to talk about probably the most exciting, mind-blowing topic ever. Mike, what are we addressing today?
We're going to talk about how to save money on dental unit waterline testing. This will be the highest rated podcast in the history of TIPisodes.
Water testing. Yeah, we're talking about water testing. It's just gonna be amazing. It's gonna be so exciting. No, we genuinely are really, really excited to talk about it. But one of the first questions that I get asked, or we get asked, right, when we talk about water testing is water testing. Why do I need to test my water?
Yeah, right. That's right. That's the first question people say.
Right. Why am I doing this? What's the point of that?
Well, and the short answer is to protect your patients, of course, which you care about.
Yep.
And also protect your practice, your reputation, to protect yourselves, right? You want to document that your water is safe. We've learned that really contaminated dental unit water lines, and the contamination happens because dental water lines are small and the water sits stagnant for 99% of the time. And then the way we use water in dental unit water lines, it only moves downstream a few inches and the biofilm reattach. And hygienists know the story of how biofilm grows, reattaches, detaches. So that's why we test our water. We want to make sure that the treatment programs that we have in place and the protocols we have in place are effective, so we can sleep good at night knowing that our patients are protected and our reputation and our practice are protected.
Right. And so here's the thing, right? So I'm going to be the devil's advocate, Mike, to water testing. Okay, so I'm shocked. Why would I be? Why is that my role? Okay, so all right, I understand. Yeah, there's an importance to water testing, right? It's undeniable. I need to know that my maintenance protocol is working, and we know just from experience, Mike, that there is a huge increase with auditors going to practices and asking for water testing, right? That's almost caught us off guard, where it's like one of the first things they're going in, they're saying, okay, where's your water test results? And that's what they're catching most practices on, is that they don't have that documentation on water testing. It's crazy. So we want to help you. We want to protect you, but to play devil's advocate, water testing, it can be expensive, right? Is it worth always testing my water? Because if I'm always doing 1 vial per water line, I mean, it adds up, right?
Well, that is the perception, and it's true. When we first started testing water, you had to mail it into a lab, and you had to get it there overnight on ice, and that means FedEx or some overnight shipping. There's a $50 shipping charge involved if I want to test one line. I get that, but Andrew, what if I told you that you could test your dental unit water for about the same price that you're testing your autoclave now? That would, right? Nobody complains about that. They're doing it every week.
That's a game changer. That is a game changer right there.
Advocate is
I'm sold.
You're sold.
I'm sold. All right, so Mike, so we have 3 tips. Let's get to the meat and potatoes of this. We have 3 tips that you can, and easy tips that you can start tomorrow with your water testing that will save you money without sacrificing the reliability or the accuracy of the test, right? This is just a really clean, easy way, no cut corners method for you to save some money, and it's proven by science. We've done tons with thousands of samples of data points here, and we know that this is just a clean way to save some money without cutting corners.
Andrew, you really are the devil's advocate. You're making sure that even though we give these tips, that they are validated by science.
They have to be. They have to be 100%. So okay, Mike. So jump in. Let's go through 2 real quick.
Yeah.
And then I'll cover the last one.
Oh, that sounds great.
Yeah.
So combining samples, commingled or pooled samples from the same operatory is a great way to save 50 to 75% right off the top.
Yeah.
How do you do it? Well, one, instead of buying a water test for every single line in your office,
which can get expensive,
just get one for every operatory or every dental unit, and then take a combined sample. Now, the trick is that you want to make sure that the samples that you take from all the devices in Op1 are the same size samples. So, for example, in Op1, you might have 2 air water syringes and 2 high-speed handpiece lines, doctor side and assistant side. Want to make sure that as long as those samples are of equal size, size. You can take 4 samples, put them into one vial, test that water. If you passed, you've proven, and the data, Mr. Devil's Advocate, the data proves that if you pass that all 4 of those lines are passed. They're all safe.
Right.
If you fail, and I know you're going to ask this, Mr. Devil's Advocate.
Yeah. And I'm going to ask how accurate. I mean, are these really that accurate?
Right. If you fail, you don't know which one caused the failure.
Right.
That's right. But you're going to shock all those lines anyway.
True.
Right. Because that's the best 3-step protocol. You're going to shock every line.
Yep.
And then you may want to retest using individual samples to troubleshoot and find out which one caused the problem, which is often that Cavitron or that scaler, because the lines are longer, the water sits stagnant, it's harder to shock. Cavitrons fail 50% more often. That's what the data shows, Mr. Devil's Advocate. Just kidding. But that's a great question, Andrew. Combined samples, commingled or pooled samples, great way to save money right off the top. And yes, the data shows that false positives or false negatives couldn't even happen as long as the samples couldn't even happen about more than 3% of the time. But if the samples are of equal size, you can hang your hat and you can document that you did a combined sample from OP1 and passed.
You can be confident.
Yep.
You can be confident that at least in that operatory, your water's safe.
Yep. The state of Washington, which will require water testing every 90 days this year in December, they say that combined samples are okay.
It's an approved method.
Yeah, it's an approved method.
Okay, cool. All right.
OSAP says so too. I think even 8X instructions for you say take a combined sample from each.
So it's becoming more and more legitimized in just like the industry.
It's like a standard practice.
Sure.
Yeah, becoming a standard practice.
Okay. So combined samples. All right. So you're getting me hooked on this whole idea of testing more regularly.
Okay.
Okay. So hit me with the second one then. What's the second way to save some money on testing?
So use a test. An in-office test that doesn't require FedEx shipment, right? That's Quick Pass is our in-office water test.
Yeah.
It is designed for dentistry. It's got neutralizers, and it's designed to be accurate with diluent water lines.
Okay.
And that'll get your results in like 3 days. And because there's no FedEx involved, right? It saves you all that shipping.
It's more economical.
It's more economical. And when you buy it, it's occasionally on sale. You can get it down to around $10. Let's say it's $10 per test.
Okay.
You put 4 samples from 4 devices in OP1, for example.
So you do a pooled sample. Okay.
Pooled sample, that's $2.50 per test. That's what people are paying way more than that to test their autoclave every week. So
you're right.
There you go.
Okay, so that's, and you can mix and match that, right? You can do the in-office testing with the mail-in testing, because it's still good to get that third-party verification, but you can set up your protocol to where you can kind of do both. You like mix and match it.
Yeah, right. In other words, we have people who have a really buttoned-up protocol where they test with Quick Pass every quarter, and then once a year they do a mail-in test.
Oh, cool. Okay.
We have other people who will pre-test before they spend the money for a mail-in test.
Just to see.
They pre-test with Quick Pass. If they pass, then they get the mail-in test, and they test with confidence, knowing that they've got a great chance at getting a great result in their results that we send them or they check out on the dashboard.
Right. Okay, that's awesome. Okay, so all right, I'm warming up to this idea about testing regularly and making sure that I can be confident in my water. Now, here's the kicker. All right, so I'll talk about tip number 3, because after you hear this tip, there's just no reason why we shouldn't be testing our water, right? And this is cool, because for everyone that's still listening to the most exciting topic,
both of you who are still listening,
we are going to reward you. So hey, tip number 3 is on the bottom of this TIPisode. There's a link for free Quick Pass, and Quick Pass is it's ProEdge's in-office water testing, and we really believe in testing, right? There's hundreds of thousands of data points that support why testing is important, and so we just, out of the goodness of our heart, we genuinely just want you to start testing and to be able to answer a question like, hey, is my water safe, right? Is my treatment protocol working? And so bottom of the link, check it out. It's a free Quick Pass. We would love to send it to you, get you started testing, because we really, really believe that that's just a great way to start.
Yeah, you can't beat free. Yeah, we're talking about saving money.
You can't beat free. So here's the deal. Okay, so and there's no strings attached. We genuinely want to help you out. We really do. We really want to help you out. So to recap, we talked about combined samples as a great way to start saving money.
Right.
We talked about mixing and matching, right? Doing some in-office testing,
right,
with some mail-in testing. And then, of course, on the bottom here of the TIPisode, you can start testing with a free quick pass. And here's the deal, too. Hey, we're here for you.
Right.
We see what you guys do every single day. We want to support you. We want to come alongside you. And so if you have any questions on what the result of that test was, or you want to get into testing and you have questions, or you want to just have a conversation with us, our team is here. We're for you. Hey, you can use treatment products that don't even have our name on it.
Right.
And we still want to help you because we really believe in creating something together, a proven protocol where you're passing that water test.
Lots of good resources on our website,
Yep.
right?
Yeah.
Videos. We have a webinar on the first Friday of every month.
Yes. The webinar, first Friday of every month. Check that out. It's on our website. So thank you so much.
Webinar, free CE.
That's right.
There you go.
Free CE. So we want to wrap this up. Thank you so much for being a part of it.
Thank you for being the devil's advocate.
Thanks to those that stuck around this long. Man, it's been great, and we hope that we could just have a little view into what you do every single day and just help you out with some three ways to save money on water testing. So thank you for listening. We appreciate it.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks for listening to another TIPisode. And thank you to ProEdge Dental Water Labs. You can learn how ProEdge helps you achieve safer water by visiting proedgedental.com and hit that subscribe button on your favorite podcasting app. And follow us on Facebook and Instagram, and head over to ataleoftwohygienists.com and subscribe to our newsletter. We would love if you could rate and review the podcast. And thanks for listening to your unofficial dental hygiene podcast.